Alright guys, I am back and this is my TNA Impact Wrestling review for the 17th of the 4th, 2014. And I thought this last episode of Impact was a decent show. On this show, they really focused on they really built up a couple more feuds for a sacrifice. Like, they built up James Storm and Gunner a bit more. They built up the Bobby Roode and Bully Ray feud. And it kind of looks like we're going to have an EC3 and Rockstar Spud tag team versus the returning Kurt Angle and Willow at Sacrifice. I don't know, but I hope that's the direction they're going. But yeah, I thought they built up those feuds pretty well. And yeah, the Masters Ball match wasn't that bad either. So Impact opens up this week with Eric Young coming out. He cuts a promo before he can say anything. Dixie comes out. She says that she invented the Eric Young character with the beard and stuff. Then she said that Eric Young does what Dixie Carter tells her to do. Then Bully Ray comes out. He puts over EY, which I thought was really good. Then he says that then he says he's going to put Dixie through a table. She doesn't, something like that. Then he said he spent Dixie's money in a strip club at Lockdown or whatever. So yeah. Then the first match tonight was a street fight. It was Velvet Sky versus Madison Rain. Before the match, Madison Rain attacks Velvet from behind. Then Madison hits Velvet with a trash can. Then Madison hits a spear for the win. So at Sacrifice it's going to be Madison Rain versus Angelina Love for the Knockouts title. I want to see, why can TNA bring in some fresh knockouts for TNA? Because I'm sick of seeing the same women wrestle for the Knockouts title all the time. Like, it's Madison Rain, or it's Gail Kim, or it's Velvet Sky, or it's you know, Angelina Love. Can we bring some fresh knockouts to TNA? Please. I'm sick of these women, them same women all the time, what I just mentioned, getting title shots all the time. I'm sick of it, because they've all feuded against each other. I would like to see TNA bring some new knockouts into TNA. It would be refreshing. But whatever. Then backstage, Abyss challenges EY to a world title match tonight. He says that it's going to be a Monsters Ball match. Then we get a segment MVP, because MVP says that EY won the world title last week. He says that I can't remember what else he said in his promo. Then Austin Aries returns, which is nice. He gets a decent reaction. He says that he's been at home for 6 weeks. He says that MVP hasn't called him he said he has got nothing to do and stuff. So next week he challenges MVP to a match. So next week on Impact it's going to be Austin Aries versus MVP. I hope that what is it with TNA? Since Austin Aries was the world champion in 2012, they haven't really had a big feud for him since he's lost that world title. Like, he's just been wandering in the mid-card or in the tag team division. And with a guy who is talented like Austin Aries, he's got great mic skills. He's fantastic. He's a fantastic wrestler inside the ring, and they have nothing for him. They just keep him off television for 6 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever, how many weeks it was, with no feud, no direction, no character change or anything like that. And you know, there's no reason behind it. Like, put him in the X division again, or put him in a feud with maybe Kurt Angle. Well, not Kurt Angle, with somebody like Jeff Hardy or somebody, or put him in a feud with somebody that he can, you know, work with. If he's gonna feud with MVP, that's greatly. I'm happy if it's just a feud. Please put Austin Aries in a feud, man. I just don't know where they're going with Austin Aries right now. Then the second match tonight was the Bromans versus the American Wolves for the World Tag Team titles. This was a really good match here. The Wolves hit a double suicide dive on the Bromans. Then Zima comes in, Zima Ioni comes in, he hits a laptop, I think it was on Eddie Edwards or maybe Davey Richards, I can't remember which one it was, and the American Wolves win by DQ. I don't know if this match is going to, I don't know if we're going to have Bromans and the American Wolves have this match at Sacrifice, or they're gonna put the belts on them next week on Impact. I don't really know, but I'm getting tired of this American Wolves and bromance feud. And I know I want to see like a Bad Influence and we'll see, but their contracts have expired recently with TNA, so I don't know if they've re-signed or not with TNA. I don't really know. I hope that that TNA, you know, keep Bad Influence because they are an entertaining tag team, but we'll have to wait and see. Then the third match tonight was a 2-on-1 handicap match. It was Willow versus EC3 and Spud. This was a decent match. EC3 and Spud, they team up. They use the double tag team moves. Then Willow hits a twist of fate on Spud for the win. Then after the match, EC3's beating Willow. Then Kurt Angle comes out. He hits a German suplex on EC3. Then he cuts a promo on EC3 saying that he's gonna. He said he wants to. Angle cuts a promo on EC3 saying he wants to put him in a body bag. So it kind of looks like a Sacrifice. We're gonna have Willow and Kurt Angle versus EC3 and Rockstar Spud, which I think is probably gonna be. I think that's gonna be an awesome match. I think it's had some decent build, I guess. Then we get a promo. Kenny King cuts a promo saying that he should be saying that he's going to be next X Division title. He's saying that he wants to be the X Division champion again. He says that there's a new sheriff in town, MVP and stuff. Then the fourth match tonight was Tiger Uno versus Sonado. It's a best of 2 out of 3 falls. Sonado hits a 450 splash for the win. It was a really good match. I enjoyed it. Kenny King was on commentary. He was very entertaining. I'm glad that Kenny King's back on TV. He's a really entertaining heel. I am a fan of Kenny King. I want to see Kenny King pushed up higher in TNA. Same with Austin Aries. I think those two guys really need to go into the tag team division or go into the main event scene, in my opinion. Then the fifth match tonight was Bobby Roode's Invitational. Bobby Roode comes out. He issues anybody from the TNA locker room to a tables match. Gunner comes out, so we have Gunner versus Roode. This was a solid match. Gunner hits a high knee on Roode. Then Roode tries to go for the Roode bomb. He moves out of the way. Then Gunner tries to go for the splash, but Storm comes out. He distracts Gunner, so it means that Roode throws him off the table, hits the Roode bomb for the win, and wins the match. After the match, Bully Ray makes a save. Then the sixth match tonight was for the world title. It was in the Monsters Ball. It was Abyss versus Eric Young. Abyss versus Eric Young. It was a decent match. It was a good match. It wasn't the best Monsters Ball match I've seen, but it was a good match. Abyss chokeslams Eric Young into the thumbtacks. I thought that was a good spot. Another good spot in the match was when Eric Young kicked out of the Black Hole Slam. Then Eric Young hits drop kicks Abyss onto the barbed wire, which had a board on it. And then after that, Eric Young hits a elbow to the heart off the top rope for the win and retains his world title. I thought that match. I thought that match was good. It wasn't that bad, it was good. It wasn't the best Monsters Ball match I've seen. I've seen better Monsters Ball matches, but this was a decent Monsters Ball match. So yeah, that's my TNA Pro Wrestling review for the 17th of the 4th, 2014. What did you guys think of this show? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys. Brag out.